I've been working on a few articles lately about, business, right? Building a business, and it takes time to build up your clientele. It is not something that happens overnight. I use the analogy of just a weekly yoga class that I have established, right? It took me a year and a half of the same hour, same day a week, consistent marketing, me showing up every single week, not ever canceling or rescheduling or moving. It took me a year to build up a consistent class. And I committed to that because somebody told me before I started, you cannot expect your students to be more committed than you are. I use that as an example because I feel like we're in this very fast-paced, instant gratification world, and yet I continue to see business owners get very excited. They create the thing, they launch the thing, and then there may be like some support, but it's not instant, thriving success. And so the tendency is to, I'll back my hours off. I will change it. I'll do something different. And I really encourage you, if that's you, to not do that. It takes time to adapt people's behaviors to whatever it is that you're selling or sharing or teaching, and consistency and repetition will get you so much further. I would say in my own business, I have definitely made the mistake of, and this is online business, right? I've made the mistake of, this isn't working. Let's switch it up. Let's change it. Let's change niches. I need to heal myself more. I'm not cut out for this. And I'll admit, I have done all of those thoughts, excuses, whatever, burnt it down, built something new, transitioned, all of that definitely within a year of trying something. And while you may be thinking like, well, yeah, but if it's not working, it's not working. Right. So you do want to test the market, but that's different than using consistency and commitment as an excuse not to show up, right? So starting a business takes an incredible amount of energy. And maybe you're like, I've been in business. Okay, well, starting a new product or launching a new service, every time you introduce something new, you have to educate your whole audience and ideally grow your audience too, right? To get new faces in. Common marketing vernacular is that someone needs to see it 7 times, 7 different ways before they're ready to buy. There's also studies that when it comes to online business, people don't know you as right off, right? So sometimes it can take years for people to buy, even though they know, like, and trust you. So the thing is, when we as entrepreneurs or business owners, when we switch it up, it's confusing your audience. They're no longer like, you're the go-to for this. They're like, well, she was doing this. Now I think she's doing that, but her last email was kind of confusing, and I'm speaking from experience here 100%. When I look back on my journey, if I would have stuck with what I'm teaching now is what I have it outlined 10 different times on my computer 5, 6, 7 years ago. And I would kind of launch it, and then I would, let me go over here. Let me do this offer. Let's talk about this. And so I've never given myself a chance to have traction, which I think is really interesting. If I would have stuck with it, I would have a well built out community and audience now, and would have some traction in my business, even with the volatility of the internet and AI and all of that. So it's something interesting to think about. And then I'll also use, just for my brick and mortar businesses, I use the example of like the yoga class. Same thing, like there are, I've worked with a lot of yoga, both just yoga teachers and yoga studio owners, and that they all have shared with me, oh, no one's coming to my Wednesday 4:30 class. It's been 2 months. I'm going to shift to calling it a Thursday 9 a.m. class or whatever. And from a participant side, that is insane, because often it takes a month or two for us to change our schedules to commit to a class. Then you go, you try it, right? You might like it, but the next few weeks you're busy. You need to really rearrange your schedule to make this class a commitment. So it just takes time and then if the class changes, then you're just like, forget it, it's too much energy. So just something to think about with hours, if you've got in-person business hours, or if you're doing something like a yoga class or something that is in person, stay consistent. If you're online, it's less about hours and weekly offerings, but it's more about stay with the same niche, repeat yourself, talk about the same things. You have like maybe 3 main points that you're talking about all the time, and it's going to sound repetitive for you, and that's okay. That's what you want. You want to brand yourself as the obvious choice of the person within your niche who does the things, right? So just some food for thought this morning. It was just kind of generator energy, responding to a couple of things that came my way in my inbox today, and I wanted to give you some food for thought. So have a beautiful, sparkling day.